Let's learn how to use the Stockpress plugin for Photoshop to create, open, edit, and place files and smart objects, and save or update your work right into your Stockpress workspace. Follow the steps in your workspace to install the Photoshop plugin. Once logged in, you'll see your entire workspace load in the plugin from inside your Photoshop app. You can close it like this, reopen it from the plugin menu, separate it from your sidebar and place it over here. And resize it to whatever dimensions you'd like. I like to keep my plugin docked here so I can easily hide or open it. Now let's look at the plugin. You can open a Photoshop file as a new document, but you can also open any image file or add it as a layer or smart object. To find the file you want to work on, you can browse all files and all your collections. Run a search by file name, keyword, or tag, or navigate your entire collection structure in the collection preview over here. Let's go back to all files and open that first PSD we looked at. Hover over the plus icon and click it to open the file as a new document. You'll know it's open because of this opened Stockpress icon here below the file. You'll also see the Stockpress logo mark turn green up here to show you that the current open file you're editing is stored in Stockpress. This is important because when this is on, you can save this file as a new version by default instead of a new file altogether when you're done editing it. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, let's hide the plugin quickly so we can see the document. You can see the different layers in the PSD over here in the Layers panel. Let's go ahead and change the text. And let's also change this image. I can place an image from my Stockpress workspace through the plugin, so let's open it back up and find an image. I have this one right here, so let's hover over it and click the Add as Layer icon. Let's collapse this again, and you'll see it added the layer here. Now I'll resize it to fit my document. That looks pretty good. Let's open back up the plugin and save this PSD as a new version. Now, because the document I have open is already in Stockpress, when I hover over the Save icon, I can save it as a new version back into my Stockpress workspace. Depending on the size of the file, it can take a few seconds to fully upload. And once it's finished, you'll see the thumbnail refresh and the new file appear here. My version count is also listed here on the file. This one has a few versions. Let's go check it in Stockpress. I'll click into the Sale Banner collection and I can see the PSD here. If I open the single file view, I can see all the previous versions, including the one we had before we added the new layer. Okay, back to Photoshop. Let's try saving a brand new file into Stockpress from the plugin as well. I have another PSD file open here, similar concept, but with a dog image. Because this file isn't in my workspace yet, when I hover over the Save icon, I'll see Save as New PSD. Let's click that. Now a mini version of your upload modal will appear here where I can rename the file and add a description if I want. So let's call it Sale Banner Free Shipping a Dog. Then I need to select the collection that I want it to be saved into. Click here and your collection tree will open. I know my collection is called Sale Banner, so I can search for that here and select it. I can also add an optional file status or expiration date if those two features are enabled in my workspace. When the upload is complete, I can click Save, and my file is saved here into Stockpress as a new PSD. Since I technically have two PSDs open here, I can jump back and forth to them through the plugin like this. You can also export your PSD file as a JPEG, PNG, or TIFF from the Stockpress plugin. Let's do a JPEG. The upload modal will open again where you can add all the same details. I'll save it into the same collection for now. Okay, we can see the file here, but now let's just go to our Stockpress workspace. We can see the three files we've been working on here. And then here is the new PSD and the JPEG we just exported. Okay, let's quickly look at editing and saving image files through the plugin too. Let's open this pink PNG file here as a new document in Photoshop. It has transparent letters, so let's put a black block of color behind it. Now, if I want to save a new version of this PNG, I can do that by just clicking the Save button. The plugin will recognize your file type and always save the version as whatever the original file format was. Now let's place it in one of my documents so we can see it's been updated. I'll add it as a new layer. And you can see it's used the most recent version with the black text. I'll quickly resize it and move it to the right spot. I can save this as a new PSD into Stockpress if I want, a new version of the previous PSD file, or I can export a JPEG, PNG, or TIFF.